Hi everybody, welcome to Livewire Review. My name's Jeremy and today I'm reviewing another EV charger. This one comes from EVDANCE and it's their new wall mounted unit. A couple neat features of this device: it is an ETL certified device. It's listed for UL and CSA. I'll put some of those listings down on the bottom of the screen. This is something that's really important to me because it means it's safe for use with your home. It's protected under your home insurance if there's anything that goes wrong, as long as you have it installed by a licensed electrician and you have a permit for your installation. So taking a look inside the box here, we see the wall mounted unit. Now this is an IP66 rated enclosure, which means that it is dustproof and waterproof. It doesn't mean that you can put it underwater, but it does mean that you can leave it outside, you can mount it outside your home, and you can actually use a hose directly on this enclosure because IP66 does mean that it's rated for continuous water over the enclosure as long as it's not submerged under the water. So that means it is going to stand up to day-to-day use outside your home or inside your garage, wherever you plan to mount this. This is meant to be mounted permanently. It does have a very short cord on it, so what you do is you set it up with the mount that comes inside the box here. You can see it right here has this nice little metal mount that we're going to set up, and you set it up just far enough away from your plug that it's nice and straight, or you could put a nice curve to it if the mount happens to be right there. So seeing what's inside the box here, we've just got the unit itself, as you can see, but there isn't much else in the box because unlike the portable units, this one does not come with a carry case. It comes with the wall mounted hook, which in a lot of cases you have to buy that separately, so it's nice to see that included in the box. And the only other things in here is a user manual. There's a little sticker inside that shows the PIN code and the serial number, and there is a QR code on it. Now I believe that QR code is going to come in very handy in a minute when we get it up installed on the wall and we can take a look at how this works. Because like their other units, this one is app controlled, and that app control seems to work very well with EVDANCE. So I'm going to run through a demonstration once I get this mounted on the wall. Okay, I have the app open now and we're going to set up this charger. It uses a very unique connection process in order to hook up this charger, which I really like. It uses Bluetooth first and then it hooks up to your Wi-Fi in your house. The last time I set one of these things up, it took 3 minutes flat. So you just hit add charger. You can either use the QR code that's in the box or the QR code that's labeled on the side of your charger unit. So all you do is you put your camera over the QR code. It connects via Bluetooth. You hit connect Bluetooth. It's connecting to the box right now. And the next step is you hook up to your Wi-Fi. It already has the Wi-Fi that I have selected open, so I enter my password for my Wi-Fi. Configure Wi-Fi, and it's already connected. It was honestly that quick. I have never set up something so quick in my life. Every EVDANCE product that I've ever received that has app control, it's the easiest thing I have ever used. 3 minutes flat, you are connected. You set up your account, you open the app, you connect to Bluetooth, connects to your Wi-Fi, and you're already using the app. The first screen that comes up is maximum current. It beeps to say that you are connected, and we are ready to go. The app is kind of neat. There's a lot of things you can do in here. It shows you how much power you've used overnight. You can set a schedule and you can check out your account. There's a charging record here to show where you've used it. It shows your voltage, it shows the amount of power you're using, it shows how many kilowatt hours have gone to the vehicle, and it shows your temperature. That is another one of the protections that they put into this, is over and under temperature in order to prevent damage to the device or to the car. Okay, so I'm just using some of the features in the app here and I wanted to see how this worked. It is a fairly straightforward app to use. It's actually gotten sleeker since I've used it the last time. There was some weird wording in there before where it said if you were on the charge schedule or if you weren't, or if the car was going to set what the charge level was. It looks like that has been updated and is no longer there. So it is a much less confusing atmosphere to be in. So if I'm on the main page here where it says charging, if I hit the button where it says Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, it shows me all the details of the charger. It shows that it's connected. It shows the charging name. It shows, this is an interesting one, target charge quantity. This would come in really handy if you had an older Nissan Leaf, for example, because a Nissan Leaf, you were not able to set it to 80% or 70% or anything like that. So you'd be able to go in here and you'd be able to set how many kilowatt hours you wanted to go to the vehicle. Now there is charging losses about 10%, so you just got to take that into consideration. Let's say you had a 40 kilowatt hour Leaf and you only wanted to charge it to 80%. You'd say maybe 35 kilowatt hours. That way it would stop as soon as 35 kilowatt hours went into the vehicle. Now it would have to be at dead or at 0% in order for that to work, so you do have to use some math here. But it is neat that that's available on the charger. You got your current setting here, but if you go back to the main screen, if you hit the current section, you can also set the current there. So nice and easy to use. So we got the target charge. We can go in here, we can set our electricity price, so that way you can go to the next screen over here, which is plan, schedule, account. Under account, we go to charging record. Now I don't have any records here because I haven't used this yet. I just put it on the wall, but it shows you a history of what your charging has been like, how many kilowatt hours you've used, and if you've put in that per kilowatt hour cost, it'll show you the cost for charging, and you can keep track of what your vehicle has used. Now in a lot of cases, this does come in the vehicle, and it's actually better to let the vehicle manage that stuff, especially if you have an app for your vehicle already that shows you that kind of information. So for that reason, typically I don't use the smart features of a charger, but if you have one of those vehicles that it is difficult to get that information, or you do want to control it from the charger, that option is here. The Nissan Ariya is another example of that. You have to have their app. You set it to 80% in their app. With this, you'll be able to take some control over what the vehicle does without having to use those programs. And it is a fairly straightforward system to use. Here under the plan section, you can set a schedule for your vehicle. Again, if your vehicle doesn't control this, it gives you the option in the charger. And like I said before, it's very easy to use. I don't think I have used a product that is this straightforward, easy to set up. I really love the app control of this charger. So now that we've talked about the app, we can talk about some of the other features of this charger. So this is an ETL rated unit, which means it's safe for use in your home, and this is definitely something I'd highly recommend. Another nice thing about this, the J1772 connector on this is a perfect fit. They're engineered really well, they're manufactured really well, they just have a perfect click. It's not like some of the cheaper units that I've used where you actually fight and it's very difficult to get in. You're worried about bending pins. This one fits absolutely perfectly. Has a gasket inside there, but of course it does because it is a J1772. It has a 25-foot cord on here. And the nice thing about this cord is it's not big, it's not bulky, and using this in cold weather, I know from experience from using EVDANCE products that these things are flexible at cold temperatures, very easy to use, very easy to coil up, and they definitely stand up to abuse. I've had the garage door close on this by accident, and there's no damage to the cable. You just see a little mark on it. So it can stand up to heavy everyday abuse. It can stand up to being dropped. I've used these so often, and they do stand up to abuse. Now, it comes with this nice holder right here, which clicks in, and you can place that anywhere you like. 25 feet should reach most applications. It may not reach outside your garage, but if you happen to need to get outside the garage to charge another vehicle, they offer extension cables on the EVDANCE website. I have reviewed the 40-foot, 40-amp cable before, and I have used it to charge my brother's vehicle and friends' vehicles here at my house, just because 25 feet doesn't quite get out the garage and out to the car in the driveway. So it will reach just to the edge of the garage, so keep that in mind when you're getting this unit. You may have to get an extension cable if it is mounted at the back of your garage like this one. It's better to mount it at the front of the garage or outside the garage depending on where you park your vehicle, just so it makes it all the way around. Now I have had units in the past where it has a 20 or 21 foot cord. Having a 25 foot cord is just long enough to get around the vehicle. I have found that 20 or 21 feet, it's just a hair too short sometimes to get around the back corner of the vehicle if you happen to park in the wrong way. Now checking out the unit itself, this one does come with a display. As you can see, compared to the juice box over here, there is no display on the juice box. This only had a colored light, which means you had to go fumble with your manual, find out what the light meant, and you were still left scratching your head. There was purple, there was yellow, there was green. I didn't know what was going on. So I checked out the app and that would give you the information, but then half the time it would disconnect from the app. So I have not had very good luck with the juice box when it comes to staying on the app or even using the app in general. And then when I did go to use the app, I had to update and get new software and then set the whole thing up again just to check a couple of parameters. I have not had that issue with EVDANCE. Using their app is very straightforward. It connects seamlessly, it connects right away. I have checked parameters of this app while I'm out on the road, so it connects to your house, connects to your Wi-Fi seamlessly. I have had no issues with the app or connecting it or even checking it on my phone anywhere I am. Now it comes with a little screen on here. It shows you the charge current you have set. It'll show you how many amps you're using when you are charging the vehicle. It shows you a timer for how long it's been plugged in. Shows you how many kilowatt hours it's currently drawing at the moment. So this one is rated up to 9.6 kilowatts, 40 amps at 240 volts. It shows you the voltage going in. It shows you the number of kilowatt hours you've used, and it even shows you the temperature of the unit. This thing has a lot of protection built into it, and it is definitely safe for use in your home. I would highly recommend this unit. And I think at this point, we're going to get to where we're going to charge the vehicle and see if that cord reaches out the front. Okay, so I'm here at the side of my car. The car is outside of the garage. In fact, it's actually 1.5 feet outside the garage, so I could close the garage door here. Now, this is a Tesla, so I have their adapter here, J1772 to Tesla adapter. It's an absolute perfect fit into there. So you put that adapter on first, then you plug it into your car. Now I am at the absolute limits of what this cord can do because it is 25 feet long and I'm all the way out here. So it means that I could just butt up to the garage door here, close the garage door and charge the car just outside. So that extra 4 feet comes in really handy because think 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have to have the butt of the car back in the garage in order to be able to charge it. With this 25-foot cord, I am just outside the garage door. I'm able to shut it and it is perfect. This is a perfect fit. So there's not much else I want to talk about on this charger. So we're going to come to the end of this video. I'm going to wrap up my thoughts in just a moment. Well, we're coming to the end of this video, so I just want to wrap up my thoughts on the EVDANCE wall-mounted charger. There's a few things I like about this device. The app control to it, how quickly it is to set up, the fact that it's ETL certified, and that you can use it here in Canada, IP66 rating. You could even wash this thing down if you wanted to. You saw me using the adapter from the J1772 to my Tesla vehicle, so you can get that adapter on the EVDANCE website as well. And if the cord is not quite long enough, you know you can get one of those EVDANCE extension cables like you've seen in some of my other videos. I have the 40-foot extension cable that pairs nicely with this device and is able to charge my friend's vehicles or even my brother's vehicle when he comes over to my house. Well, if you found this video helpful, maybe like the video and subscribe to the channel and see what we're doing next.